Last week, we continued to build this giant-ass built-in bookcase with absolutely no experience. If you're just tuning in now and would like to see this story unfold from the beginning, then click on this little link on the screen and it will take you to this video series in order. Now back to the project. So last week, I fucked up these pocket holes because I put them in the wrong place. Hi, Reg. I put the pocket hole on the above board or whatever this one is instead of this board where it needed to be. So I'm going to fix that really quickly. Okay, Reggie, take your teddies. No, hey, take them. I'm going to have to... Hi, Kirby. I swear I can't get anything done in this house. Hi, boys. I'm going to have to mark this up so that I know exactly where these pieces fit because these boxes are not 100% perfect and I already cut the boards and fit them depending on exactly where they were going to go in this box. Can I help you? Well, apparently Kirby approves of his new house. It's not done yet though, kid. So I am going to start skim coating, okay, this back wall here. And the reason, now I went back and forth on this for, do you like your house, Kirby? The reason why I went back and forth on this one is because I could not decide if I wanted to put a back panel behind this built-in bookshelf, but seeing as the wall is incredibly uneven, it's just not really an option to be able to do that in this situation, especially because we had to shave down these backboards here so that they would fit flush against the wall so we could put a paneling here. But that being said, I still need this wall to be smooth and flush to go behind this bookshelf. So really the only solution that I can think of right now is to just, like I said, go in and just skim coat the whole thing. I think I'm just gonna like shuffle these boxes over and then as soon as I'm done with one section, just move them back. So in order to skim coat this effectively, it's going to be a little bit different. And I only say that because, Jesus fuck, because I do have to make sure that everything fits based off of the cuts that we've already made. So I can't skim coat this wall super thick. That being said, it's not going to be the most perfect skim coating job. All right, now, how the f am I gonna move all this stuff? right, so now that I am done skim coating this wall here, there's really not much else that I can do today because that has to continue drying, so I obviously can't sand it right now. But one thing that I am going to do right now, because I have the time, is I am going to start puttying these holes here, these divots, so that it will be perfectly flush when I assemble the whole thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm realizing though that I have a slight problem here. I have two bolts here that are not 100% flush. This is secured with wood glue, so I'm going to have to take them out and sort of create more of a pocket for these two, just so I can create a divot that I can fill. Otherwise, I've just got like notches sticking out here and it doesn't look quite right. As I am sitting here and looking at these holes and thinking about how I'm going to putty them, I am realizing that I don't actually have any wood putty. That being said, I have heard of mixing wood glue and sawdust, and that's supposed to create like a sandable, really strong putty. So I think I'm going to try that. I have plenty of sawdust lying around here, so I'm just going to use that. So I have sawdust and I have wood glue, but I am realizing that I don't have something like a popsicle stick or something like that I can throw away to mix this solution. I have an idea, but I just really don't want to have to do it. But desperate times call for desperate measures, so. I just really wasn't in the mood for a popsicle, but seeing as I need the stick, you gotta do what you gotta do. So now that I have my popsicle stick, I'm just going to, I feel like this might be too much, but whatever. Just kind of start mixing this, and I don't know how much glue I'm supposed to put in here. So now this putty job, whatever you want to call this, this is completely dry. It's feeling really rough, so I'm a little bit worried about it abusing the sand, or maybe I should go in with like a rougher sandpaper just by hand. Basically, I need to sand this down because now this is dry and it needs to be even. We got 120. This isn't doing shit. 60 grit. I mean, it worked. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this finer grit sandpaper on this orbital sander and see if I can't get this super smooth and flush. Oh, it's super smooth. I'm actually really surprised that that worked. So now that I've sanded these boards down smooth, I have really nothing else left to do. So Tim and I have to go to Lowe's and pick out a paint color so that we can paint this wall and these cabinets, or at least what we have of them right now. And then yeah, when we get back, I'm just gonna have to sand this wall, prime and paint. Looking at the paint colors. They look different on camera. Yeah. They look entirely different. It's so weird. Okay.
So Rose decided to go visit her other boyfriend. So I'm here cleaning up her mess. Well, she does. I don't know what she's doing. Probably off somewhere. So yeah, welcome to the first episode of Tim's renovation. All right, so Rose gooped the wall with the wall goop. I'm gonna sand the wall goop so the wall goop is smooth. so that we can then paint it. We got paint. I just have to figure out this gigantic sander that she bought for sanding the walls. So I'm gonna figure that out. This is the most overkill sander. I don't know how to use this thing. All right, here we go. Tim's Renovations. Episode 26 of Tim Does Rose Can't Figure Out How to Do. Oh, it lights up. Look at that. We're good to go. That is heavy. That is really heavy. It's a lot heavier than it looks.
So I hate to admit this, but for some reason I have the song I Believe I Can Fly stuck in my head. And not only it is a fucking horrible song, but also for some reason I was not aware that R. Kelly sang it. Don't know why I didn't know that, but Tim just reminded me of that. So not only is the song fucking terrible, but it is somehow now even worse. This wall is exceedingly difficult to paint because the color of the wall and the primer are like the same color, and something about the lighting in this room is making it very difficult for me to tell where I've painted and where I have not painted. So I'm sort of just doing it very roughly and then hoping for the best. So I have just made the very grave realization that if I'm going to be putting in cabinets today, that it is easier for me to go in and paint this wall now, the cream color that the rest of the house is, rather than leaving it this ugly color that the previous owners chose. So I'm gonna have to go in and paint that now, which is more work when I don't have a lot of time. I've asked him to help me, but he said, "Fuck you, I don't care." When it comes to household projects, it's all you. You gotta do everything yourself. Honestly, I'm kind of developing some back pain from carrying this entire relationship on my back. Anyways, I'm gonna get to painting now that he's walked away. This is a brief interruption to let those of you that are new here know that I post videos every single Monday. So if you could like and subscribe, that'll help to get this video to reach other people like you so that I can continue to make videos like the one you're watching now. Thank you. We have our paint color that we spent $12 on for furniture and cabinets. That was a screaming deal, and I want to make sure that we have enough paint. That being said, even though Tim and I looked at certain colors at Lowe's, it turned out that with this Magnolia Homes one, we couldn't use any of the colors that they had because the paint's kind of different, so the color wouldn't be the same. We landed on this color, but I have not seen it yet. So I'm pretty excited. Ah, it's so pretty. So this part of the project is now complete. I mean, I do have to put a second coat of paint on this middle one because it's like looking a little patchy, but I ran out of time because it's late Sunday night. So yeah, I don't have time to do that. So I will do that tomorrow, but I'm super excited because it's finally coming together. Man, I'm f***ing tired though. This week was a lot of work, especially considering the fact that we were out of town for half of it. But regardless, I am so excited that this part of the project is done. Almost as excited as I am for next week when we start putting stuff away and into this bookcase storage. If you're interested in videos like the one you're watching now, then this video series where I transform my boyfriend's bachelor pad bedroom might be worth a watch.